Yes, good morning, students. After completing the dissection of the face region for the facial artery and facial vein and branches of the nerves, now this is the time to dissect the posterior triangle. But in this case, the body is almost having no neck, and there is a here the flexion is there, and the neck is not turning, so it will be hardly possible to dissect the posterior triangle. So what I am going to do with this body is that I will dissect the sternocleidomastoid from origin to insertion, and we will see the relation of its superficial surface and the posterior border. And at the same time, I will like to give the incision into the midline incision for the anterior triangle, and will reflect the skin so that at least we can dissect the anterior triangle and the sternocleidomastoid. I will search another body for the dissection of the posterior triangle. So now I am giving the skin incision, okay, and then I will give the skin incision and remove the skin right up to the posterior triangle to just see the insertion of the sternocleidomastoid. Let us see. In the skull, the sternocleidomastoid will be inserted here right from the apex of this mastoid process going towards its base, and then it will be inserting into the lateral hop of the superior nuchal line. So this extensive insertion is that of the sternocleidomastoid. The origin of the sternocleidomastoid is from that of the sternal head, from the anterior aspect of the manubrium sterni, and the clavicular head, which I am going to expose, will take origin from the clavicle. So this is the site or the point from where the sternocleidomastoid will take origin, and here just behind the auricle this will be the insertion. So I am going to remove all the skin from this area, including the anterior, skin covering to the anterior triangle. Okay, so I will come back after removal of the skin. Okay. Yes, students, I have removed the skin, the superficial fascia from the front of the neck, and I have just also removed the skin from the mastoid process and from the superior nuchal line, just to expose the sternocleidomastoid in its whole length. But here, just after removal of the subcutaneous fat from superficial fascia, what you are seeing here is the platysma muscle, a subcutaneous muscle which takes origin from the front of the chest, and it is going towards the lower margin of the mandible. You can see some of the fibers, they are running. It is a thin muscle which is going, it is present into the neck, on the side of the neck. So this is the platysma muscle. Now what I am going to do is that I will remove the platysma muscle and will try to expose the origin of the sternocleidomastoid, and will trace it right up to its insertion. Let us see. I will be able, because as I said that the problem is with this body that hardly there is neck, and it is quite flexed neck. Thank you very much. Yes, students, now I have exposed the complete sternocleidomastoid. I will explain you here the origin of the sternocleidomastoid in two heads. You can see here this, okay? I think this tendon is visible to you. There is a tendinous origin of the sternal head, which takes origin from the front of the manubrium sternum. Then this tendon forms a strong flaccid valley which runs upwards and posteriorly, okay? And then this will be joined by another head of the sternocleidomastoid, which takes origin from this clavicle here, and from the superior surface of the clavicle close to its medial end, you can see that another flaccid valley is taking origin, but this flaccid valley will go posteriorly and deep to the sternal head. Later on, at the middle of this, both the valleys will fuse here, and then they will go upward here. This head is very much flexed. Okay, just I am lifting it to show you. I hope that you are able to see this. This belly is going. I have cut half of the auricle here just to expose the mastoid process. This fleshy belly is inserting at this tip of my finger here into the mastoid process, and then this aponeurotic seat, tendinous seat, which is here, it is going towards the superior nuchal line, that is to the lateral half. You can see the posterior border here, then it become aponeurotic, and then it will get attachment onto the lateral half of the superior nuchal line. So this is the origin, and this here is the insertion. This is the superficial surface. I have cut the lower part of the carotid gland just to expose the anterior border of this muscle and the superficial surface. Okay, I will not be able to show you the superficial relation except this parotid gland, that external jugular vein was removed, okay, just to expose the sternocleidomastoid in its whole form, and then the nerves were coming out from the posterior margin of the sternocleidomastoid from this junction, transverse cervical, then there was the great auricular, occipital, posterior occipital, and 3 branches of supraclavicular. They all were cut in the cleaning of this sternocleidomastoid muscle. Tomorrow what I am going to do to further this dissection, I will cut the sternocleidomastoid and will show you the deeper relation. Okay, before I go to the anterior triangle. This body, as I said, is having a very little neck and highly it is axed, so that I will not be able to show the posterior triangle in this body. Okay, thank you very much.